Hey, I'm Javon, and this is Asia, and this is Conscious Connection, where we keep the lines of communication open. Now, today, we'll be talking about a topic that we've actually argued about a few times, and I'll be honest, this will get a little heated, so let's start this off. The topic is, how do we feel about Jenny and Forrest from Forrest Gump? Now, my opinion personally in this is that I honestly feel that Jenny was an opportunist who basically, don't give me that look. I honestly do feel that Jenny was an opportunist. And as soon as things went bad in her life, she went back to the one guy who didn't have the intelligence to understand what she really was.
So are you calling Forrest slow? Just
Forrest was slow.
Purposes.
Hold on, no, Forrest
are you
was.
Calling him, what are you saying? Because I know he had a delay.
Hold on. You did not just call.
If you're representing Forrest, you need to be completely honest with
Hold on, Asia. First of all, it was not a delay.
He did have a delay.
His mother taught him. Listen, when people see you do something stupid, you say stupid is what stupid does.
Mama says stupid is as stupid does.
Which basically meant, yeah, I'm dumb. Obviously, if you just saw what I did.
He had a delay.
I'm so
We're
dumb.
in 2024. We're not calling people stupid anymore.
Okay.
He had a
All
delay.
right. He had a delay. But either way, Jenny definitely took advantage of him. Like, all for it.
You said anytime she was put in a bad position, she would run back to him, right?
Absolutely.
Her whole life was a bad position. Her father was abusive sexually and physically when she was a kid.
Okay.
She met him when she was a kid. That was her safe space even as a child.
Yeah, but my
Children
thing is, you don't
always-
feel like she was using him?
She was a kid.
No. Okay. When she was a kid, understand they were friends, right?
Yeah.
But my thing is, what about when that Black Panther party,
Sorry I had a fight in the middle of your Black Panther party.
right? The guy who beat her and Forrest stepped up for her. She was mad at Forrest and then went back to the guy that beat on her and let Forrest, all right, Forrest, go away.
So let's dissect this.
Go ahead.
For
I'm
one,
listening.
Forrest was always a safe space for Jenny, right?
Okay.
You think Jenny didn't know he had a delay?
You keep
think
saying
Jenny
the
didn't know?
delay.
Let's be real. Do you think Forrest stuck with Jenny because of how beautiful she was?
No, Forrest stuck with Jenny because Jenny stuck with him throughout their childhood.
Okay, so why is it wrong for Jenny to run back to Forrest in their adulthood if their bond was this tight in the first place?
Because my thing is, she understood what type of feelings Forrest had for her. Am I wrong or right?
I guess.
Okay. So if she understood what type of feelings Forrest had for her, so immediately he's not going to turn her back for anything. Because my thing is, he's understanding
her
love
back
very
from
differently
what?
than she's understanding love.
Because of his delay.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You keep calling it delay.
Because Forrest has a certain innocence. He grew up with an innocence. His mother was a nurturing, caring woman.
Okay.
She grew up in violence. She grew up in abuse. So she doesn't know how to love properly or how to accept love because she never had it. So growing up in that kind of lifestyle, she latched onto Forrest because that was a safe space. And she also saw, hey, you're actually a really good person. That's rare for me.
So why didn't she stick with Forrest?
Because she didn't want to get hurt. When you grow up in an environment like that, quite frankly, you start to feel like you're the problem. You start to feel your self-worth is beneath them. So when she ran away from Forrest, I feel like a lot of times it's because she felt like she was always the trouble and she didn't want to bring that on to him. Forrest was very innocent and he kept chasing after her while she's like, no, stay away from me.
Okay. I can see that a little bit.
You can
but
very much so see that.
No.
Be real. No, be all
no,
the
because
way for real, 'cause I can see the wheels
listen,
turning in
hold
your
on,
head to go against it.
I'm reasonable in that context, right? Where basically she didn't want to bring on that bad onto him. But then at the same point, if that's the case, then stay away from him. Let him live his life.
He chased her.
Huh?
He chased her.
Hold on. He definitely did it when she pulled up to his house. She pulled up to his house, slept for what, about a week? And then was just like, I think she dipped off. Because he got upset because when he did that, I may not be a smart man, but I sure know what love is.
I'm not a smart man. but I know what love is.
Okay, but she understood that before she popped up,
It
right?
doesn't like stop the friendship. That doesn't mean that she doesn't love him. It's just he's still expecting so much from her, and it's something that she can't give him because she views herself as so damaged.
So I feel like leave him alone then, or heal yourself. One
Do
or
you
the
know
other.
what age this movie was written? You think mental health was viewed seriously at that time? Because it wasn't.
Oh, wait, what time period? It was like the 80s.
Oh, honey.
No, what time period was
We're gonna
Forrest?
look this up.
Forrest Gump was like in the 70s.
Oh,
Oh no! Wait, well, all right, no. It had to be like the 70s, cause it was like the peace.
whoa.
It wasn't the 70s.
Remember, Forrest went to war. There were no
Vietnam.
Wars there were no wars taking place in the 70s.
Yeah.
In the 70s?
Or the 80s? Oh wait, what was it? The 80s?
Dios.
Oh no.
It was the movie was out in 94.
Yeah, but it was taking place
I
back in
believe
like
it was
the 80s.
taking place in like the 60s. Christ Almighty. Now we're gonna look.
Oh, wow.
Okay, from the 50s to the early 80s.
Huh?
It's a 30-year period. Wow, that's wild. From the 1950s to the early 80s. Oh, it says see, I was right.
What?
It says he is an intellectually disabled man from Alabama.
Intellectually disabled.
So a little delayed.
Call a spade a spade, Asia.
Delayed. He's delayed. He's intellectually disabled. Mean things don't get him right there.
Okay.
It takes him some time to catch on. With an IQ of 75.
What's the average IQ?
Child,
Oh,
If
Alexa.
I know.
Oh, is Alexa? No, Alexa's not even
she's
here.
not even in here. It says
Average IQ is like what? Like 120.
you're asking me as if I've
You
ever
got the
known
phone
it.
on you.
Oh, you're right. Wait, it says he experiences his life as a college football player, Vietnam War veteran, ping pong champion, which is my favorite part of the movie, businessman, and philanthropist. And he meets many important people along the way.
My biggest
That's
question is
exactly
why do you sympathize with Jenny? Because my thing is, Jenny caused a lot of her own problems. Granted,
Child, it says a normal IQ is between 90 and 109.
so he was like
Poor
70.
baby.
He was 70.
He was so far.
He was 70. Dang.
Let's get
fact-
you to take a test.
Hold on, the fact that he was 70 and he was
75.
mad successful.
Don't disrespect him. 75.
The fact
And
that he
it
was
wasn't
75.
it was not his intellectuality.
The fact that he was 75 and
It
he was
wasn't
rich
his
and all we broke
intellect.
and we have like at least 90.
Oh Lord.
That's crazy.
It wasn't his intellect that got him far. It was his spirit and his personality. Meet a person like if you met someone like Forrest as genuine, kind, and loving as him, you mean to tell me you would not want a friendship with that person?
I'll be honest. Forrest was honestly just in the right place at the right time every single time.
A lot of times too.
Every
yeah.
like
But
was
there's
no
a lot
spirit.
of people in the right place at the right time. There's a lot of people that are in the right place at the right time, but
Like
they don't
who?
get the same opportunities.
like who?
If I know, but I'm just saying. There
I-
can be people in the right place at the right time.
No, like all right, think of successful people. Successful people, most of them aren't right place, right time. Like all
I
right.
don't believe that.
Huh?
I don't believe that, but go ahead.
I bet like Elon Musk.
Okay.
He's not a right place at the right time. He put himself in that position.
Yeah, but I
Steve
feel like
Jobs
a
put
lot
himself
of-
in that position.
Okay. Let's look at a lot of actors who started off as waitresses and working in like fast food.
But they put in the
And
work.
I'm not gonna get any words in today, apparently.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just sit here quietly.
I'm quiet. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, you can meet people at any given point. When I was like, 11 or 12, I think it was, I was at a diner with my dad and sisters, and we met one of the members from Danity Kane. In a random diner in Union,
where?
New Jersey. Huh?
What was that?
Please tell me you know who Danity Kane is.
No. What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
What is that?
What is
or
that?
who is that?
That's a who?
Yes.
Who is that?
It's a girl group. Ooh. I think they was brought on by P. Diddy.
Who is that?
Wait a second. It's a girl group. They were fire. How do you not know Danity Kane? It
Was it
the
like
early
the
2000s
90s
or the 2010s.
80s? How old are you? Sorry. Dang.
You know what? You're. Yep. They're
What?
brought on by Diddy.
They was born by Diddy?
Yeah. They were 2008, 2014, and 2006. Their albums were fire, but one of the artists we had met, I think it was Dawn. Yeah, we met Dawn in a local diner.
Mm-hmm.
And my father, Smooth, told me to get up and go over there and sing for her.
Sing?
He made me sing to this lady.
Trauma.
Made me interrupted her meal. Sat next to her in her booth while she was chilling by herself and made me sing to this woman.
What did you sing?
But imagine if
Wait,
she
what
had
did you sing?
some Alicia Keys song. I forgot. I think it was like No One or something. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. I forgot. I probably put it so far in my mind because I was so embarrassed.
Was that traumatizing for you?
Slightly. I'm over here trying to eat a meal. I was fat. Like, I was ready to eat. And he's talking about some, go over there. Come on, let's go. That's doing. You recognize her? All right, come on. We going to go sing for her. Daddy, what? I came here to eat.
Wow.
It's rare we see you in the first place. And you're going to sit here and tell me we're going to go sing for someone. Mind you, me and all
At
my
least he
sisters
came
were
back with the
together.
milk, bro. Like,
Huh?
at least he came back with the milk.
Wow. At least mine could walk to me.
Wow. You didn't even know how dark that joke was. I'm not even going to say why
He's not
that.
dead. Thank God. He's
Go
not
ahead. I'm
dead.
sorry.
No, he literally had me singing to this lady in the middle of the restaurant. And if she had a higher position or more pull, something could have came of it.
Really?
Yeah. But right place, right time.
You had to
It could
ask
happen
yourself,
to
though.
anyone, huh?
Did you want to perform in front of Diddy?
No, why?
Your daddy saved you.
Wow. Did he save me or did he try to put me in the line of fire?
Oh.
Sorry, Dad. I don't blame you for anything.
Either way. When's the last time you talked to your daddy?
How did we get so far from Forrest and Jenny? When's the last time you talked to your dad?
Oh, gosh.
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair, to change my underwear.
Yeah,
That's a good
not
question.
important right now.
That's a good
Let's
question.
get back to Jenny and Forrest.
No, I think, what was it,
Oh,
like
we're still talking.
2 months ago? I told him like 2 months ago.
It was not privy to this story. It was not privy
Oh,
to the plot
I'm
line
sorry.
just now.
I'm sorry. We're back on Forrest.
Oh,
Not my daddy issues.
okay.
Talking about that, Jenny had daddy issues.
Of course she did. He was abusive. Poor thing was getting her lights knocked right out.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember the movie because she ran away from home, or did they take her away?
I think she ran away at some point.
No, I
Like, it's
think
been
no,
forever
no, no.
since I-
She
we
she
should've
kept
watched that
she
movie
kept
right before we
trying to,
started
huh?
this. We should have watched that movie again before we started this.
That's a fact.
These facts about to be all over the place.
No, because I remember it kind of vividly. She ran away with Forrest, and then she kept praying to be a bird.
Yes, I remember the bird. And when she
And-
died, a bird flew across.
Bruh, can't take nothing seriously. Can't take nothing
She got her
seriously.
wish.
Anywho, no, and then something happened, and she went to go live with her aunt.
You want to just pull up the facts on this movie, bro?
Either way, long story short, I still can't agree with the fact that Jenny didn't cause most of her problems.
So, I'm sorry, it caused most of who problems?
She caused most of her problems. I
Of her
believe
own
so.
problems.
Yeah, she did. You don't think so?
I feel like she grew up in a lifestyle that put her in that position. Or she grew up, in a lifestyle that put her in that position. I feel like when you grow up, it shows you the difference that two separate households can make. You have support, you have love, you have tender care and affection, and we see Forrest.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Jenny. You have that where it's abuse, hateful words, no affection, and we see how she grew up. It kind of exposes the polar opposites of growing up in two different households.
Okay, but my thing is, either way, has she grown up? She was back to emotional intelligence. This was a whole different thing, but back to emotional intelligence, right? She was emotionally intelligent to understand where Forrest stood, And I honestly believe that she should have let him go.
Yeah.
And I know, hold on, because I understand. I understand what you said when you was just like, basically, she took herself out of the equation so that way, because she felt like she didn't want to drag Forrest down. But at the same time, I just feel like that just needed to stay where it was. It did not need. She didn't need to circle back at all. And she kept. And as she kept doing that, she kept hurting him. Each time she came and left, and each time she chose someone over him, she kept on hurting him. Even
Did
when
it hurt him enough for him not to keep going back to her though?
No, my thing is,
It didn't. That's a resilient man.
okay, tell me every time he went back there.
I can't remember that movie.
Oh my gosh.
But what I do remember, no, what I will say is you keep pointing to her being emotionally intelligent to understand where he's at and see that, you know, she's not it. There is also emotional maturity. You need both to be able to be a sufficient, emotionally secure adult. And if you only have one or the other, quite frankly, you're going to lack. You're going to lack the full emotional sense to be able to function emotionally. She didn't have the emotional maturity to say no to the bad things. She was so used to it that she stayed in that poor, abused little girl mindset. No one's ever going to love me. I'm not emotionally maturing. I hate myself. I'm going to do exactly what girls did at this time when they were abused.
Mm-hmm.
She did exactly that. Why? Because she was beaten down and pushed into a mindset that she couldn't get herself out of.
Message.
Okay, so my thing is, I'll give her those excuses for now.
Excuses?
Hold on.
Hey.
I'll give her those excuses for now, right? So let's just say all that was true, right? But what about when she was older and she had a kid by Forrest?
I forgot she had that baby by Forrest.
And she was about to die.
He is the pappy.
I'm the pappy.
Leave that baby with the mama.
He wasn't smart enough to get a fraternity test.
A what?
A fraternity test?
A paternity test?
Paternity.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Paternity test? Paternity test? Okay. He wasn't smart enough to get a paternity test.
But did he even want one? He loved Jenny so much he didn't even care.
But you don't think that's taking advantage of someone who lacks intelligence?
I think that Jenny did what she thought would be best for that baby, and she thought Forrest would be best. In a way, I do see it as taking advantage, but she's also dying, so it's not like she could do anything. And I know she probably didn't want to give the baby up to the system because God knows what's going to happen.
You done messed up, Aaron!
I'm sorry, go ahead.
But she gave the baby to someone she knew would raise her with love, the complete opposite of what she was raised with. I think she did everything that was in the best interest of the baby, although it may have been selfish towards Forrest, or maybe a bit inconsiderate. But if you think about it, Forrest would have did anything for her. But I don't think it's considered taking advantage of someone if someone wants to do it for them.
But it's taking advantage if someone lacks intelligence.
But he knew what he was doing. This is a baby. Jenny had he wasn't dumb. He knew how babies were made. He clearly made one.
You know what it's equivalent to? It's equivalent to if you took a 5-year-old.
Okay, no, we're not doing that.
No.
Do not throw
hear me
pedophilia
out.
into the mix, friend.
Huh?
No.
Hear me out, right? If you took a 5-year-old, right, and they had a dime, and you had a nickel, and you was just like, listen, give me that dime, and I'm gonna give you that nickel. And their reasoning is, oh my goodness, a nickel is bigger than a dime. They want to trade it, right? They want to do that trade, but doesn't mean that they're intelligent enough to do that trade. My thing is, yeah, Forrest would probably want to take care of the kid, but he's not emotionally intelligent to understand exactly what she's doing to him or taking advantage of him.
What? What are you talking about?
Let me ask you, does the kid care about the value of the dime? Or did he see something that was bigger and that's what he chose? At the end of the day, your choice is your choice. You can still
it's
say
not
no.
fair, though.
It can be. It is, actually. It's not like he didn't know how to make his own choices. If that man was as dumb as you're making him out to be, he would have never survived in that world.
But
He
it's
would have been
just
taken
like,
advantage of every single chance, at every opportunity that he met someone, at every opportunity that he had where he was, quote unquote, in the right place at the right time. People would have been able to take advantage of him. But he made his own choices.
First of all, I definitely do believe, what was it, Dan? Lieutenant Dan?
Lieutenant Dan, I got you some ice cream.
Dan took advantage of that boy.
But look at them in the end. Buddies. He was just
Still.
rolling around and getting it, but they were buddies.
Still, I feel like Lieutenant Dan took advantage. Lieutenant Dan had nowhere to go, and Forrest had a boat, and he was just like, oh, well, you know, let's keep up my deal. You got a boat, so I'll be your first captain. Like, Lieutenant Dan had nowhere to go,
Okay.
and he took advantage of Forrest. Because
But
Forrest
was
was...
Forrest mad about it?
Huh?
Was Forrest mad about it?
Forrest is not emotionally intelligent to be mad about it.
But you can't, no. Forrest can be whatever he wants to be. You can't keep putting it on emotional intelligence or being smart in general.
Why?
People have feelings. People can choose what they want to do with those feelings. If Forrest genuinely did not like him, he would not have allowed it. But because Forrest grew up with such support, emotion, and love and affection, he turned out to be a genuinely good person. He looked for the best in everyone, which means he's not automatically going to be like, no, I don't like you, I hate you. No, his mama taught him, my mama told me, she taught him to be a good person. And when you're genuinely a good person, that just means that you're not going to immediately look for the bad in everybody. Now, will you get taken advantage of in certain situations? Yeah. But at the end of the day, you still have the right to say yes or no.
I still don't think that's fair. Because my thing is, you have the right to say yes or no, but you don't understand exactly what you're saying yes or no to. My thing is,
Keep going back to the
you're
intelligence
thinking
thing,
when,
friend.
huh?
Go ahead.
I think on emotional, you're thinking things at a very face value. Because my thing is, think about it, right? Forrest is looking at everybody how he would treat him. That's the rule. You look at people how they would treat you, right? So if you would never lie to somebody, you're not expecting other people to lie to you, right? So my thing is, Forrest is extremely innocent. So he's just like, no one's taking advantage of me because I would never take advantage of anybody. So obviously these people are meaning what they're saying, but people aren't nice. So people literally lie, steal, cheat, whatever. And my thing is, they'll go to Forrest and have these like bad motives. And Forrest isn't thinking they have bad motives because Forrest wouldn't do anything like that. So for him to say yes or no, he's thinking, well, they don't have any bad motives, so there's no reason for me to say no. He's not fully understanding what he's saying yes to. That's not fair.
Once again, when you look at the positive in everyone.
Also, I would just like to give a shout out because I asked her to do this very last
Okay,
minute,
that's
and
fine,
she is
that's fine.
tired.
Okay.
See?
At the end of the day, Forrest is a good person. He looked for the good in everybody.
Okay,
What's the golden rule? Treat others how you would want to be treated.
that's true.
It doesn't say treat others how you would want to be treated unless they treat you like this. It's flat. Treat others how you'd want to be treated. And he lived up to that rule pretty much to the end of the movie. And at the end of the day, all his experiences, even some of the bad ones, turned out to be good experiences. Despite those who tried to take advantage of him, despite everything, he lived a good life, an adventurous life.
So you think you would be able to do the same thing?
No, I'm not.
if your ex best friend came to you and was just like, listen, my baby ain't surviving, I got 2 days to live.
If I don't even want one, I'm not taking on nobody else's. You're wildin'. That's why you have family.
I'm so done with
You
you.
said ex-best friends. We not even in connections.
I'm done.
Forrest had such a love for Janae
Janae.
that he literally would still do anything for her. That is a good person, and that is someone who will still look at the positive and the best in everyone that he crossed paths with, let alone someone that he absolutely loved since childhood. You think that love is going to go away that easy?
I don't think it'll go away that easily, but I just feel like she should have respected him more to basically not take advantage of him when she was down and out. My thing is, granted, I don't think Jenny wanted to take advantage of him, but she did. I'm understanding, like, granted, she was in a bad place and she had no family, so she probably like, the only place I can go is Forrest. But she should have respected him enough to be like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that to him. Even it's like hold on, it's like, you know, that one family member who you know if you called them up, they would give you money, but you're just like, I'm not gonna do that to them. I think like that's what she should have did. Like,
Then
just,
look at it from the family's point of view. They would always want to be there for you. They would say, no matter what, you can call me. Does not matter. If they're telling you it does not matter, granted, you'd want to have the common decency. You know what? Maybe I don't want to do this. But when you genuinely have absolutely no one else, it's like, who can you rely on? And she knows Forrest is safe. He's reliable. He loves her. Okay, I will say she did take advantage a little bit. But when you have absolutely no one else to go to, where do you turn? She's been absolutely alone since childhood, except for Forrest. She's never had that real love or real life connection with anyone that would give her the same opportunity and love and, affection that Forrest gave her. So it's like you can't, if you love someone enough in that way to stay away from them as much as you can, but you can only go to them when things are really, really bad. I mean, don't you think Forrest would open his arms up to her? He misses her. That's his boo-boo. After all them years, yes, boo-boo, come here. Forrest, that was his bookie. Jenny was his boo thing.
Listen, you saw her viewpoint. You hear my viewpoint. Listen, this will be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Let's hear your viewpoint. I honestly feel like I'm right, but we're just going to leave it at that.
He wrong.
This is Conscious Connection. Until next time.